Okay, we're in Propstream now. What we're looking if I can talk, what we're going to look for is agents. We are looking for who are the agents that are shaking, moving and shaking, as they say, in a market. And so I'm just going to pick our home market. Actually, let's not pick our home market. Let's pick a different market. Let's see what we come up with. Let's pick Birmingham, Alabama. So if I type Birmingham, it's going to come up with the different Birminghams in the U.S. I'm going to pick the first one. It's Alabama. Okay. Now, I've never bought a property in Birmingham, but if I wanted to find agents, because it is a market I'm considering, I'll say, well, let's take a look. And what we're going to first look for is who is running. Well, let's see. What are we looking for? You know what? We're looking for listings, so we're not going to worry about that. So let's say we want properties. We'll go if we're not worried about any of this. Let's go with property classification. We're going to say residential, single family. We could actually do multifamily, condos, townhouses. We can do all that. That's fine. I want something that's at least 3 bedrooms. I want at least 2 bathrooms. I want at least 1,000 square feet. But I don't. This is going to be. Let's say I'm looking for rentals. So I don't want anything over, say, we'll call it 2,200. Okay. Let's say I don't want any older houses. So let's say I want stuff that's at least 1980 or newer. Okay. And I'm using that because lead-based paint was phased out in '79. So we're gonna call that older for the purposes of this call. Adapt as you see fit. Okay, and I don't want anything in an HOA, okay, because I just don't want to deal with them. Okay, great. Now, I would like, because I'm looking for agents, I want to look for properties that had an MLS status. Okay, and let's see if this gives us what we want, okay? And whether it was active, contingent, failed, pending, sold, doesn't really matter that much. Okay, and I don't want expensive properties because these are going to be rentals. So let's say I don't want anything over $200,000. Okay, you'll notice this number here is going down as I type this thing up. Okay, and I want to know what's going on, not forever. We just want to know, okay, show me stuff that's been listed in the last year. So I'm just going to go from June 1st, 2020 to today, which is June 14, 2021. Okay, so now it's showing me 166 properties. Okay, so let's review criteria. Houses, single family, condos, multis, at least 3 bedrooms, at least 2 baths, 1,000 to 2,200 square feet, 1980 or later, no HOAs, and so on and so forth. Now, I could be looser with the restrictions. So if I didn't mind the HOA, you'll notice that added quite a few back just because of townhomes and stuff. So I prefer to exclude them, but let's leave it any just so we have more results to play with. Okay. If I took off the year built, I'm sure that number will go up significantly. Yeah, see, so that, I mean, it went up 700. So that tells me there's a lot of older homes there. So maybe we go with 1970. Let's see what that does. Okay, that gives me 430. If I go to 1960, 576, we'll leave it there, kind of in the middle. And then let's see what we get. So then we're going to say close. Okay, great. Now what that's going to do is I can then select these and add this to a list. Okay, and I'm going to create a new list, and I'm going to call it Birmingham, Alabama rental possibilities. Okay. All right, so these are just properties that are potential rentals. Okay, whether they're active, sold, whatever, and so forth. Okay. Then I'm going to go over here to my properties. I'm going to go look for my marketing list, and here it is. Okay, great. And now what I'm looking for is, you're going to notice there's all these columns. And so there's one shows MLS amount. You'll notice there's quite a few. What we're really looking for is to click on our little gear, and let's go under MLS, and we can say agent name, phone, email, brokerage name, brokerage phone. Okay, we're going to click apply and save. Okay, there we go. And now what we see is, hey, here's the agent names, phones, emails, brokerage phone number. You'll notice I'm not even looking at the property because I don't really care. We already more or less know what it is. What I want to do is sort for agent name. And now what I'm really looking for is who are my agents whose names I see again and again and again and again. So see, I see Betty Miner here 5 times. Okay, and you look at the price points, anywhere from a $30,000 to a $179,000 house. Okay, so she might know some things that might be worth knowing. Look at Charlotte Denny. Now Charlotte knows some people apparently because she has sold from 70 grand up to 155. And keep in mind that's this parameters. She may have sold more. But what I'm saying is Charlotte's somebody I probably want to give a phone call. Oh, and by the way, here's her number and here's her email, her brokerage number. Okay, if I keep on going, you know, here's Christine Hill. She's got 4. You know, Cody Cato, he's been moving and shaking a bit. And so I'm looking for people that have sold several properties because that tells me they've probably got a pulse on to what's going on. Now, be careful because sometimes you might find a name over and over again and it might just be a builder agent. That's probably not going to be the case here because we're at a lower price point. But if you're playing at higher price points, you might find a builder agent where, yeah, you see the agent, but it's like all the houses are in the same neighborhood. That's not really who you're looking for. That's just the agent on call for a new development being built. So just make sure it's not that. Obviously, this, you're not going to have that below 200,000, highly unlikely. Okay, we've got Julie Colquitt here. She might be somebody I'd give a call to. And I scroll some more. Lots of onesie, twosie, threesies, but we're really looking for people like at least 4 or 5. Okay, Scott Hurley, he's got 6. We like that. We've got Stephanie Bethia here. She's got 6. We got another Stephanie. Divine, she's got 7. Okay, so there's a few people here I would give a phone call to. And these are the people that will likely be able to help me and point me in the right direction of what I'm looking for, what kinds of areas to buy and what kinds of areas not to buy in, what I can expect for rents and those sorts of things. Okay, they're going to have some knowledge. Now I'm going to use Propstream to figure a lot of that out. But then when I get on the phone with them, I'm coming at them with data already on hand. That way I know something about the market before I get on the phone with them. Okay, that makes the phone call go a lot better when you already are informed about what it is you're doing. Most agents do not like to start with people from scratch. I mean, they'll do it, but there's lots of investors that want everything handed to them. And so when you can come prepared, it starts you several levels up and gives you a lot more credibility to have a much more productive call. So use this information in Propstream to put yourself in position to succeed. Thank you.